Hey guys, it's Cobalt here, and Happy New Year! It is now 2024, and oh my god, where did the time go? I feel like I was filming this exact same video a week ago, but that was a whole year ago. So this is my second time doing a video like this. I decided to start it last year as sort of an annual tradition, where I would basically go through my top 10 favorite LPS customs that I made throughout the year. Believe it or not, yes, I counted. I completed 225 LPS customs in 2023, and that is not even including all of the D&D minis, clay figures, and other random toys that I have painted this year. But anyways, I digress. Let's get into the top 10. Custom number 10 is my first Sea Slug custom. I have made two other Sea Slug customs since this guy, all of which were commissions, and the first two, of course, were commissions for the same person over on Etsy. So sadly, I do not have this guy anymore, but I do have these videos of him. I just think that this Sea Slug is so cute. I have always wanted to make some Slug customs, and for this one, I decided to make it in the style of a normal LPS. So if Hasbro or Basic Fun were to make an actual Sea Slug or Slug custom, it would probably look something like this, and it was of course made from a snail base, but obviously I cut off the shell and modified it, so I gave it these little antennas and extra fins, and this one is inspired by an orange and white Nudobrink Sea Slug. But yeah, I had so much fun with this guy, and in 2024, I definitely plan on making some more Slug customs, including a Banana Slug custom. Custom number 9, another custom that I do not have anymore, and also another one that is relatively simple, is this cat. I don't think I have shown you guys this one on YouTube or Instagram yet, but it was part of a trade with Chicky Chew. If you want to see the custom that she made me in this trade, you can go watch my unboxing video of it. But I don't know, even though this gal is pretty simple, I think the design is so cool. It was inspired by this mood board here, and it is also a head swap between a Persian cat head and a sheepdog body with the tail from a laying down Persian cat, and this head swap is S tier, and that is probably part of the reason why I just love this custom so much. But I also love the eyes. The eyes, like the rest of the design, are very simple, but there's something about the yellow and those red little dots that just really pops to me, and I freaking love the color red. Custom number 8 is the custom you are seeing right now. It is the updated version of my mascot, Cobalt. You're probably thinking that I would put him higher in the list, but I made so many customs this year. There are so many customs that I like better than Cobalt. Obviously, I love Cobalt, but you know, he's pretty simple. Nothing too crazy about him. I am extremely happy with this custom. He looks exactly the way that I wanted him to. If you're new to the channel, he used to look like this. This custom is very old and crusty at this point. I think I made him in 2019 maybe, but yeah, you can see there's a big improvement with everything, and for this one especially, I just wanted to make him look a lot more like the way that I draw him, which is why the color is changed up. His marking is a lot cleaner. I'm so happy with how symmetrical it is, and then of course his hair is definitely the best part. That is a key feature of Cobalt, is his little floofy hair, and I'm just super proud of the way that I sculpted it. Like this one, his hair is pointing in the wrong freaking direction, and yeah, it's the same exact base, but obviously a lot cleaner and everything like that, and I'm gonna try to keep the new current Cobalt in much nicer condition so I don't have to remake him again. Next up, for custom number 7, we have my Spider-Gwen custom, inspired by her design in Across the Spider-Verse. Gwen is one of my favorite Marvel characters and just favorite characters in general. I am in love with her and I wish she was real. Anyways, I ended up making this custom twice for commissions for two separate people, one of which was for my friend Lark LPS over on Instagram, the other was a commission for somebody on Etsy, but unfortunately I do not own either of these anymore, even though I wish I did. So in 2024, I will definitely have to make her again for myself, but I really love the way that these customs turned out. They're both made from short hair cat bases, you know, the usual hair sculpt and a little bit of the body sculpt for her costume, but I'm also just really proud of how similar both of these customs look. I think that I got them both pretty spot on. Custom number 6 is another commission. This is a commission of somebody's OC over on Etsy, so I can't take any credit for the design here, but I am super proud of the head swap and sculpting job that I did on this one. If you can't tell, this is a head swap between a fairy dragon LPS and a bull terrier, and even though the fairy LPS have the G3 heads, yes, this one does bobble. You can actually do a peg swap between a G3 LPS and a G1 or G2 LPS. If you want to know how to do that, I have a tutorial on it, which is also something that I figured out how to do in 2023. But the main thing that I'm happy with about this guy is the sculpting. I love his big ears and his little cheek fluff. I think that you can't even tell that this was made from a dragon base like that. And I think this character is an angel dragon, and I used this head swap again for a similar custom as well, which was this guy, which I was was going to include in the top 10, but since they are both made from the same base, I decided that I would just settle on one, and I think I'm more happy with the sculpting on this guy. Custom number 5 is this guy, which is a custom that I made this year to sell, and it was actually bought by my very good friend Voodoo Dreams LPS over on Instagram. Her mom bought it for her as a Christmas present, so I'm just really happy that one of my closest friends on Instagram gets to own this guy, because he is definitely one of my favorite customs that I have ever made. So this guy is mostly just a simple repaint. He is a Great Dane with some 3D printed dragon wings, and his tail is a collie's tail. And you guys have seen this one already if you watch my customs up for adoption videos, but I just absolutely love the bright neon colors that I use for this guy, and I'm super proud of his design. I love the flame idea that I decided to incorporate. I was basically sort of trying to go for a poison apple aesthetic and then add some cool demonic flames. And I love his eyes as well, especially the eyelashes. Eyelashes like that are always so much fun to paint for me. And next up, we have another custom that I actually still own. This is my custom of Death from the Puss in Boots movie that came out at the end of 2022. So not a 2023 film, but still one of my favorite highlights of the year was going to see this movie in theaters so many times throughout the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023. But I am so proud of this custom, and this is actually the custom where I learned how to do the head swap between a G3 LPS and a G2 LPS. So it is a G3 Husky head on a G2 Great Dane body, but I'm so proud of the sculpting and so proud of the paint job of this guy. He has a whole video up on my channel. It's a time-lapse video in case you want to go watch it. And I also ended up making this custom a second time as a commission, so here's the second one. I don't think it's as good as the original, but I'm still pretty happy with how the sculpting looks. I'm just very proud of his snout and everything like that. Custom number 3 is the only custom from this video that I actually have not shown on my channel or my Instagram yet. I think all of the other ones have probably been shown in the video already at some point, but this is a custom that I have just been dying to show you guys and dying to introduce because it is a custom of one of my favorite OCs. This is an OC of mine named Isaac, and there is a whole lot of backstory going on with this guy and so much that I could talk about, but I think I will probably save that for another video, especially because I do have some video ideas for this custom in mind. But I'm just so happy with how it came out. I think my favorite part of this guy is definitely his hair. I love his hair so much, and I think it looks exactly like him. I've been wanting to make this custom for such a long time, but I was always really worried that it wouldn't look quite like him because he's definitely one of my favorite OCs currently, but I, again, so happy with this custom. So since I've never talked about him before, I will tell you about the sculpting and everything like that. He is made from an authentic short hair cat just because I wanted him to have that nice, clean, authentic look to his head shape. But of course, I sculpted the 2 little piercings on his ears. This character technically has more piercings than that, but I only sculpted the one. And I also sculpted his hair and his eye patch and his clothes. So he has a hoodie and he has some pants, which I sculpted the rips in them as well. There's also another version of this character, which I would love to make into a custom at some point, but for now, I just have this guy. And I forgot to mention, I did sculpt a little bit here above his eyelid to give him more of an expression. And here is the reference sheet that I have drawn up for this character, so you can see what he looks like. The reference sheet actually is way bigger and has more parts, but I will just show you this little bit of him for now. And for those of you who know more about my other OCs, he and my character Kenny, one of my favorite LPS customs of all time, are from the same universe and interact at some point later on in the story. So if you guys like these characters, definitely let me know because I would love to make some content with them at some point. Custom number 2 is another custom that I own. This is my 2023 version of Krampus. It is a yearly tradition of mine to make a new custom of Krampus every single year to showcase my improvement as an LPS customizer. So this is the one that I made. He is actually made from a Generation 2 goat base, and it's pretty much just his head. Everything else is completely sculpted by hand. I would tell you more about this guy, but I have a whole video about him that I made a week ago, so if you want to learn more about him, just go watch that video. And finally, my favorite custom of 2023, drumroll please, is this guy. Oh boy, do I wish I owned this custom. Sadly, I do not because it was a commission for somebody over on Instagram, and this is of course one of their OCs, so I cannot take credit for the design, but I will definitely take credit for the head swap and all of the sculpting that I did on this guy. And if you watch my video from last year, I probably sound like a broken record because my favorite custom from 2022 was also a commission for the same exact person. So 2 years in a row, their commission from me has been my favorite custom of the year, and also my favorite commission that I've ever done. This guy is my favorite commission that I've had, and probably my second or third favorite custom I have ever made in all of the years that I've been customizing. I just think he looks so cool, and this is an absolute S-tier head swap that I will definitely be using again in the future. I've already talked about this guy in a video, but I will just talk about him a little bit more in this one. He is made from a head swap between a kangaroo and a standing panda, and I sculpted all his extra fur and a bunch of shaping to the ears and his antennae antennas and his goggles and his nose and his teeth and his bandana and his bandages and his tail, and oh my gosh, so much sculpting. But I also just love the design of this character. I think he is so cool, and when this person reached back out to me to commission me again, I was extremely excited because all of their OCs are just so cool, and their art style is amazing too, so I had a lot of fun working from the reference sheet. And by the way, this is the reference that they gave me, so if you know about this artist on any social medias, definitely go check them out and support them. Yeah, I just love the funky retro vibes of this character and sort of the alien vibes of him as well. Very cool, and I love the way that this guy's eyes look as well. They're funky and they're different, and I love that. And that is my top 10 customs for 2023. Again, I made over 200 customs this year, so narrowing it down to just 10 was pretty difficult, but I'm pretty happy with the ones that I settled on. So let me know out of these guys which one was your favorite, and if there's any customs that you know that I made in the past year, let me know which of those was your favorite. And of course, comment down below any ideas you have for cool customs you think I should make in 2024, and just in general, what are your plans and your goals for the new year? I would be super interested to find out. At least for me, I'm extremely excited for the new LPS launch, so hopefully we'll be seeing those in stores very soon. They're supposed to start popping up in like Targets and Walmart now, so hopefully we will find them. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for an amazing 2023. All of your guys' support has meant so much to me, and my channel has just grown so much, it's insane. So thank you so much. Seriously, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And of course, thank you so much for watching this video as well, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!